Hello everyone, welcome to another Python tutorial series. In the previous video, I talked about how to distinguish different entities in collisions, and in this video, I'm going to make a game that will have a lot of collisions to show how it works. So first, let's import the modules and create our game window. So we want to import our Ursina module, so from Ursina, import star. And we also want to import the random module, so from random, import uniform. And we can set up our basic app by setting app is equal to Ursina app.run. And once that is done, we can add in our two walls that will serve as the boundaries for this game. So I'll have my left wall equal to an entity, I'll set the model equal to a quad, I'll set the color equal to green, and set the scale to 0.610. And lastly, set the position to -7, 0, 0. I'll add in a box collider, so I'll set the collider to box. Now for my right wall, all I'll do is duplicate the first entity, which is the left wall, but instead, so I'll duplicate the left wall, but instead I'll set the x position equal to 7. So when I save and run this, let's see what happened. I spelled this wrong, Ursina. And now if I save and run this, we have our left and right green walls. And we also have a gray window in the back. So we'll also add a basket to the bottom of the window, and this basket will be the player in this game. So I'll have a basket entity equal to an entity, I'll set the model equal to a quad, texture equal to an image in my assets folder called basket.png. And as a position equal to 0, -4, and -0.1. And lastly, I'll add a box collider to this as well. Collider is equal to box. So now if I save and run this, I have a basket on the bottom of our window. And next, we want to be able to move the basket to the left and to the right. And to do that, we need to set a moving speed. And so I'll set my basket's moving speed. So basket dx to 5. Now we want to create an update function to move the basket. So once it's done, the basket will be able to move right when the right arrow key is pressed, and move left when the left arrow key is pressed. So in Ursina, the update function will run automatically for each frame. So if we define an update function like this, we'll increase the basket's x position by held keys, right arrow, times time.dt times basket dx. And so when we hold the right arrow key, the basket's x position will increase. And when we hold the left arrow key, the basket's x position will decrease. So left arrow times time.dt times basket dx. So now if I save and run this, notice that when I hold the right arrow key, the basket moves right, and when I hold the left arrow key, the basket moves left. But now we need to make sure that we have boundary checking to make sure the basket stays inside of this window, otherwise it's able to leave the window. So if I go back, or let me close this window, I should check if basket.x is greater than or equal to 6. Then what I'll do is set basket.x equal to 6. And if basket.x is less than or equal to -6, then I'll set basket.x equal to -6. So if I retry this, if I try to go outside this window, it will Ursina will force me to stay within. And if I check the left side, then I'm forced to stay within the left side as well. So now we can create some entities, and we'll have 3 different types of entities in this game, not including the basket. And they are diamonds, coins, and bombs. So to create the entities, we'll create the entity class first. So I'll create a class target. So class target of an entity. And I'll define init of self and image. And here image is the only input parameter. We'll call it super init call self.model equal to a quad, self.texture equal to image, self.position equal to uniform -5, 5, uniform 410, -0.1. We'll set self.collider equal to a box collider, and self.dy equal to uniform -0.5, -3. So once we've set all those, we have the entity class that's created, and we need to create some diamonds and coin entities from them. So we'll create 3 entities for each of these and put them in a list. So down here, I'll have a diamonds list, which is going to be empty, coins list, that's empty as well, and a bombs list, that's empty. I'm going to loop through 3 times, so for in range 3, and create a new diamond object from the target class we created earlier. And I'm going to pass in a diamond.png image. That's in my assets folder. Now I can append this to the end of our diamonds list. Now I'll do the same thing with coins. So I'll create a new coin object. Assets coin.png, coin.png, and I'll append this to the end of our coins list. So you can't see these yet because they are basically above the window, and we want to make the diamonds and coins global variables in the update functions so that we can move them later. So in our update function, I'll declare global diamonds and coins. And now let's drop the diamonds and coins so that we can see them. So beneath our boundary checking, we will loop through our diamonds. So for diamond and diamonds, I'll set diamond.y. I'll increase it by time.dt times diamond.dy. And for coin and coins, I'll set coin.y and increase it by time.dt times coin.dy. And now if I save and run this, let's see. This should be a colon, not a semicolon. And now if I run this, you see that these coins and diamonds fall out of the sky, or above the window, at different rates. And they disappear from the bottom. So let's do the boundary checking for the diamonds and coins, so that when they drop below the bottom of the window, they'll move up and reappear from the top. So we could do that back where we moved our diamonds and coins, right here. So we want to check if diamond.y is less than uniform -10, -4. Then we'll set diamond.position equal to uniform -5, 5, and uniform 410, and -0.1. So what that does is that when the diamond's position is less or below the window, we're resetting the position to above the window. And we want to do the same thing with coins. So if coin.y is less than uniform -10, -4, then coin.position is equal to uniform -5, 5. So I'm generating a random number between -5 and 5. And uniform 4 to 10 for the x and y, and for the z, I'll set -0.1 for the position. And so if I save and run this again, we'll see that it works, and that when the diamonds and coins reappear, or the diamonds and coins will reappear from the top when they get below the window. So now what we would do is do the same thing with our bombs, and we'll create 6 entities instead. And so below, we'll recreate our coins and diamonds objects. I'll loop through 6 times for our bombs. I'll create a new bomb object and pass in assets bomb.png, and I'll append a bomb to our bombs list. So now we need to declare bombs as a global variable in the update function, just like we did with our diamonds and coins. And just like the diamonds and coins, we'll drop the bombs and do our boundary checking on them. So below here, what I'll do is for bomb and bombs, bomb.y plus dt times bomb.dy, and if bomb.y is less than uniform -10, -4, and I set bomb.position equal to uniform -5, 5, and uniform 4, 10, and the x position to -0.1. So now if we save and run this, we'll see that all three different types of entities will drop from the top and reappear at the top after they're below the bottom of the window. And next, we'll create collisions to the games, and that includes collisions between the basket and the diamond, between the basket and the coin, and between the basket and the bomb. And so when collisions happens, a lot of things will follow, but let's create our collisions first. So first, let's check between our collisions between our diamonds and our player. So we want to check or create a variable called hit diamond, and that's going to be equal to basket dot intersects diamond, and if hit diamond dot hit, so when the diamond and basket collide with each other, we'll leave it blank for now, but that's how we know that there's a collision. We'll do the same thing with coin, so hit coin is equal to basket dot intersects coin, and if hit coin dot hit, we'll pass for now. And lastly, we'll do the same thing with our bombs. So hit bomb is equal to basket dot intersects bomb, and if hit bomb dot hit, we'll pass. So now we'll see what happens when there's a collision. So first, when a collision happens, the diamond, the coins, and the bombs will move above the top of the window, just like when they drop below the bottom of the window. So let's code this part first. So for our diamonds, instead of passing, we'll reset the position to uniform -5, 5, uniform 4, 10, and -0.1. We'll do the same thing with our coins. So what I'll do is copy this diamond line. Let me copy it and paste it for our coin. And instead of doing diamond position, I'll do coin position. And I'll do the same thing with our bomb. So bomb position. Now if I save and run this, when I collide with one of these objects, they should disappear and then reappear from the top after the collision, which they do. So next we're going to add a scoreboard, and it won't be a good game if there isn't a scoreboard. So what we can do is set a score variable, and I'll set it equal to 0 at first. I'll also have a text variable equal to text. And I'll set the text equal to an f string score. And then I can set the position of this text to -0.7, 0.45. Set the origin equal to 0, 0. Set the scale equal to 2. The color equal to color.yellow. And then I'll set background equal to true. So now if I save and run this, on the upper left, I have a scoreboard with the initial score of 0. So next we want to be able to update the scoreboard when collisions happen. And to do that, we need to declare score and text as global variables and the update function. So I'll add in score and text. And here's how the score will be updated. So every time the basket catches a coin, the player will get 1 point. Every time the basket catches a diamond, the player will get 5 points. But every time the basket catches a bomb, the player will lose 10 points. And so we can first code the diamond part. So when a basket hits a diamond, I'll increase the score by 5, so score plus equal to 5. I'll set the text.y position equal to 1, and then I'll set text equal to text. But all I need to do is copy this text from before. So copy, and I'll paste it here. And so text is equal to text with the new score, the position, the origin, scale, color.yellow, and the background is true. I'll do the same thing with our coins. So I'll increase our score by 1 instead of 5. Set text.y equal to 1, and paste in that line for text. And for our bombs, when the bomb is hit, I'm decreasing the score by 10, setting the text.y equal to 1, and pasting that text line once more to reset the text and update it. So if I save and run this, we should see that when the scoreboard will update once I collect these certain objects. So now I'm at negative 40, and when I collect a diamond, I increase it by 5. I'll increase this diamond again. Okay, get that. You see that my score is increasing when I catch these objects. And actually, coin hit, you should be, for the coins, this should be in this. Coin hit if statement. So if the basket hits a coin, the score will increase by 1. The text will move, text.y position will set equal to 1, and you reset the text. So if we try that again, notice that when I hit a coin and a diamond, so it increases by 1, and when I hit a coin, it increases by 1 too. And so that functionality works for the coins, diamonds, and bombs. And we also need to create a loss mechanism for the player. And so the mechanism is that when the score is below 0, the player loses. And when that happens, all the entities on the screen will freeze, and the text "you lost, reload the game" will show on the screen. So we can start this. So we want to first check this with our diamonds. So we want to see if score is less than 0, then we'll set diamond.dy equal to 0, and we'll set the text to text equals "you lost, reload the game." The origin is going to be 0, 0. The scale will be 2. I'll set the color equal to color.yellow. And set the background equal to true. I'll do the same thing for our coins. So I'll copy all this and go into the coins loop. And instead of checking for diamond, what I'll do is change this to coin.dy. And for our bombs, I'll paste it again, and I'll do bomb.dy. So now, finally we're adding sound effects, but we can first check this out. And if my score goes below 0, now everything stops, and the text "you lost, reload the game" appears. So if I try to reload this, and I collect some coins and diamonds first, so 6, 7, 8, 14, 19, 24, and I'll go to 14, I get bomb 4, and I get another bomb, so negative 6, then I basically lost the game. So now we can add in our sound effects, and so when a collision happens between a basket and a diamond or a coin, a bell sound will play, and when a collision happens between the basket and a bomb, an explosion sound will play. So for our diamond, if we go back up, when there's a collision, I'll play an audio, assets, bell sound.wav. For our coin and the coin collision, audio, assets, this is my assets folder, bellsound.wav. And now for our bomb, when there's a collision with the bomb, audio, assets, explosion, sound.wav. So now if I save and run this, when I hit a diamond, there's a bell sound. Let me get another diamond. And now if I hit a coin, you hear these bell sounds. But if I hit one of these bombs, there's an explosion sound. And now I lost, so now I have to reload the game. So now we have completed the game, and now that when you played it, you notice that catching diamonds and coins increased your score, and catching bombs decreased your score. And when the score fell below 0, the player has lost, and the game is over. So this is the end of this video. If you have any comments, please put them below in the comment section. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.